Um, my name is the agricultural lady, Dee Davis, and I'm with Heal the Atmosphere Association and Shantyville Institute. And we are an environmental organization, and we teach people how to use agriculture to help take care of the planet and deal with the pollution. And we also are dealing with the pollution of people that are doing things to hurt themselves in their everyday lives. So when you're dealing with agriculture, it's a complete Ayurvedic system of reversing pollution. It cleanses the air, the water, and the soil. And so we're here at our Conyers location. Our main location is in Tuskegee, Alabama, on 13 acres, and it's an Ayurvedic medicine school, eco center, and farm. And here in Conyers, Georgia, is Shantyville, Atlanta, which is less than an acre. And I just took Christopher on a tour and how much you can grow and do on a small plot of land. And so we teach agriculture for free as a way to teach people how to put taking care of the environment in their hands. This is something simple that you can do. So let me explain about agriculture. It's an Ayurvedic practice. It's done in the copper pyramid. We use dried cow dung. This comes from one of the cows in Tuskegee. Brown rice and ghee. Ghee is unsalted butter. And what happens is at sunrise and sunset, um, and sunrise, let's take that first. There is a electricities and ethers that come from the solar system and the sun, and they interact with the earth. And so, everything is awakening. So at that time, we get the dried cow dung, brown rice, and ghee. We put it in the copper pyramid, we light a fire, and then we say a Sanskrit mantra. And the healing effects of this powerful fire, it goes 8 miles up in 2 mile radius. So you would see if scientifically they have studies on Google Scholar where it decreases the pathogenic bacteria in the air. So this is not just something you do in this pyramid. This is ancient alchemy, and it's been scientifically proven to reverse the pollution. And it also cleanses the water. So if you get a jug of tap water and put some ash in there, it also cleanses the water. And if you use the resultant ash after this fire burns down, you can use that. It's called homa farming, and it when you put it in your soil, it restores soil. It decreases the insect population. You can decrease the harvest time. I was telling Christopher earlier.
Yeah, I was shocked about that when I was, I did a little research too, but to hear it from the actual source, it's interesting, that things out there like that exist and that the information is just not known by more.
That's right. So we're all for ancient technology to take care of the modern problems that we have caused. And so for pollution, we're breathing in 2,500 gallons of air in a 24-hour period. What do you think happens to your brain if you're breathing in polluted air? Your thoughts are scattered. Your actions may be scattered. So once you heal the environment, then the environment of your inner self, it becomes healed too. So when you perform agnihotra, we say take about 2 weeks and then see how you feel each time after you do agnihotra. And then you also notice too in your area, you'll find more animals come to the area. You see more birds, more wildlife, and your place will feel calm. Sometimes people come here and say, "Oh, it feels very peaceful here," because we do agnihotra, do a lot of fire here. And at our main location, the late Sri Charles, my husband, he did 44 years of fire at our main location. So this is a way that which we can heal communities, especially areas that have high crime. We can show you how to set up a Homa garden. It could be small or it could be a Homa farm, and you get the entire community involved, from grandma to the littlest of babies, and everyone can be part of healing the atmosphere and growing healthy food. So we know that They're talking about food shortages even more so now because of this Iran war. So it's important that we grow our own food, healthy food, not this fake Franken food that they have there. And then you wonder why people are walking around with birth defects and celiac disease and gluten sensitivity. But if you grow the natural way with ancient grains like the acorn and the original heirloom, you won't have all of these allergies and sensitivities and having to use these EpiPens. So when we talk about pollution, we're not just talking about one type of pollution. You have all different types of pollution that are bombarding the planet and the human bodies, beating down on the bodies. You have everything from radioactive pollution, air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution, sound pollution, the EMFG, electromagnetic pollution. And so now with the 5G and they're trying to roll out to the 10G, these things affect your DNA. They disrupt the DNA. So we are saying to you, we have a solution called agriculture as a way to deal with the DNA protection and to build you up. So what they call junk DNA is not junk DNA. It has to be activated so you can become your higher self and get your consciousness higher. So with agriculture, we're talking about the inner environment of yourself. And with the war going on and wars going on all across the world, we are here to say that the war that we have is against the planet. Because when you don't take care of the planet, then you are going to be taken out. When you put the planet first, then we can have harmony with each and every family, and we can have harmony with everyone. So we're talking about a way to do this without involving the government, and there's no excuses now because we're showing you how to do it without involving outside people. And we have worked with politicians. We've told them of ways to deal with this because if they want to continue dumping pollution in the at-risk neighborhoods and the people of color neighborhoods, it's hard to fight them. But with this, you can restore your water and the air quality. Less than a mile up from here was the Biolab fire. Within our area, because it goes 8 miles up in a 2-mile radius, we didn't have the effects like everybody else did. People were posting, and I posted it. Someone came and bought cow dung in a pyramid the day or 2 days after this. They had met Sri Charles years ago, the founder of our organization, and they said, "Wait a minute, let me go. I don't have any cow dung." Clear. They drove up here. It was clear. I was walking up the street, and I can hear neighbors that were walking up to see, if they could see like the NEA or whatever these trucks, the government trucks coming by. It was clear. It was clear. Now, when you drove 2 miles away, it looked like something from a movie, like a one of those apocalyptic movies. So in real time, we were able to have this effect over here. And the Biolab fire, they said that's one of the worst chemical fires besides the Palestine chemical thing up there in near Ohio. So more and more of these things are happening to not just here in the United States, but because man's arrogance thinking that technology is the end all to everything. God created the best technology out there, and that's a human being. A human being is the divine caretaker. Do you understand? So once we do not fulfill the sacred duty, then you have all these hurricanes and celestial winds and storms and tornadoes happening because you have to reap the things that you have sown. Okay? So this is the natural progression of the so-called human intelligence, but it backfires on the human when they think that they can outsmart creation. You cannot do it. And so these things have been talked about in many different prophecies, and now they're coming to fruition. So we are here to present agriculture as a solution to all peoples. Okay, this is not about religion or politics. This is about everybody having equal access to water, air, and food. Okay? And it can't just be people sitting up on a golden throne because they made $1 million. That is not how God wants people. God did not create this planet for this group of people to do well, but these people are suffering. So this is a way to liberate yourself and to liberate your mind. With Agnihotra, there's also a way, if you are having physical ailments, the more you do this, you can deal with your heart problems, with your other things. If people that have PTSD, we have also worked with women that had drug addiction, and it helps to keep you calm, along with yoga and deep breathing and things like that. We teach these things always. So if you'd like to come here to Chantivilla Institute, Atlanta location, Chantivilla, Atlanta, we teach Agnihotra for free because this is a gift for mankind. But the effects of Agnihotra is a very profound way to have human healing and planetary healing. So right now we're at the point where the planet is spinning quicker, and they now are talking about it, but they've been talking about this since the 70s. They try to hide it, but they can't hide it now. If you look in the sky, the clouds are lower in the sky. The sun is brighter. So for those who are outside and children of the soil, we've noticed this stuff right when it happened. So these are things that are happening because of the pollution. The gravitational pull is affected. Sun is affected. Even other planets are affected with the pollution. So they have a space fence around this planet because we've got so much debris. They don't want it ricocheting back here. But what do you think is happening when you put the space fence around the planet? That throws everything off too. And you can look this up. Everything that we're saying, look it up. We're telling you to have the experience. So, but what happens to this planet, it reverberates out into the universe and affects other planets. Other planets, we are working in concert. So we think of ourselves, oh, here we're on this planet. But other planets depend on this planet too to be balanced. And it does affect other planets. So we're talking about the ancient Vedic technology. So as we talk about technology, realize that we're talking about ancient technology, because the technology that we have today is destroying. That's not true science, true technology. Mm-hmm. This technology helps to regenerate. It regenerates your mind, fills you with love, helps you to be not judgmental, helps you to get away from the different things that don't serve you. Okay? So we want you to be full of love.
That's right.
We don't want you to be greedy. We don't want you to be lustful over money and all these things. We want people to be the best that they can be. Okay? And that's all that we are saying. This is a universal thing that applies to everybody. It's not about one group being dominant over another group. It's about everyone coming together. Now, not everyone is going to want to do these things because they want to be in control. But control is what you do not have once you piss off Mother Nature. So these are the basics of Agnihotra. You do it at sunrise, you do it at sunset. You use the dried cow dung, the brown rice, make sure it's unpolished, and then you use the ghee. So ghee is nothing but unsalted butter where the fat is removed. These are simple things that you can do. You can do this individually or within your whole neighborhood, and you can have the pyramid passed around so the entire neighborhood can be a part of it. So we're talking about crime prevention, growing a healthy garden. We're talking about having a peaceful neighborhood and protecting your water. And let me tell you something, these data centers that they have been building, we visited these data centers. These things are very polluting to the water and to the air. We visited one in Memphis, Tennessee, the Colossus, that is run by Elon Musk. And we are here to say that when we went there, the sky looked horrible. You saw no birds there flying around. Boxtown is the town that's there, the neighborhood. It looked horrible. The air smelled horrible. And you could see the methane glitching up in the air. So no matter what the officials tell you, the dialogue they're saying, they are lying. It's extremely harmful to the environment, to the people. The people in those neighborhoods, and it's been reported in the major media, Newsweek and Time Magazine, the hospitals can't keep up with the people coming in for respiratory problems and asthma problems. So I don't care if they tell you this is for the benefit, so people can use the Chat GPT and do the coin mining and all these things, the more that we are ingesting all these things that don't have a necessarily good effect on our minds, the more polluted our minds are and the more we tear up the earth. We cannot continue to build these mega data centers. So we visited in real time. So when you see these newspaper headlines, these media headlines, understand we visited there. We visited several, and it is a horrible thing that it does to the environment. No animals are walking around, nothing chirping, sounding joyful with the nice little tweet. We cannot do this to our neighborhoods. And it is the black neighborhoods that suffered the most because they build these things in those areas. And then right up the street from there, I think a mile away, they're going to build another massive data center. So just be mindful of that as we use and embrace technology. Not all technology is bad, but in the Vedic way, the proper science and the proper technology does not destroy something else. If it destroys and does not regenerate, then it's not proper technology. Because if you just take a look at Mother Nature, Mother Nature is always giving. It's giving. Something grows up and then it dies back. It's a constant giving. So technology is supposed to build up a people, build up a civilization. It's not supposed to destroy. And so this is what agriculture is about. Agriculture is a way to heal the planet entirely. And that's what I wanted to share with everyone. And thank you for Christopher for visiting and wanting to know about this technology. This evening we're going to do agriculture. And anyway, I'm just really happy that you've been here with us today.
Oh, thank you. And one last question I have is about the history. Mm-hmm. You're saying that your organization was one of the first?
Yeah, we were the first. Heal the Atmosphere Association was the very first black environmental organization started in the late 70s by Sri Charles Davis. Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Sri Charles was, he traveled all over the world teaching agriculture to all sorts of people. And anyway, I'm just carrying on the tradition of, bringing about this ancient Vedic technology.
And we appreciate you for that.
Thank you.
And a lot more documentation to come, a lot more information to come. And we want to thank Mama Dee once again.
Thank you.
I call her now. So.
Thank you so much.
Yes. That was good. That was really good. Eddie, I like that you